Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about coming into your most authentic self. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. This video is about a day in my life where I was feeling a little off, and it's a feeling that I feel kind of often. So I kind of wanted to bring you along this journey to show you how I self-soothe. It's kind of got into my feels, but also tried to heal myself in that moment as well. I am happy to share with you if it helps even one person or inspires one person to self-heal. Okay, hello. I just feel called to share this day, this moment with you all. So I'm not wearing any makeup. I haven't washed my hair in a couple days. I haven't really gotten ready yet. I'm still in my pajama pants. And I just did some yoga for anxiety. I just kind of wanted to talk about this just in case it's something that anyone else ever feels. So basically, yesterday I was feeling kind of like lonely, but not lonely because I know I have incredible people surrounding me and in my life, but almost just like this longing for deeper inner peace, if you want to put it that way. I've had this feeling throughout my whole entire life. Like, I'm an only child, and I used to get so homesick so easily, and my parents always showed their love to me, and like I never had to question their love, and they were my comfort zone for sure. And I don't know, growing up there was a lot of times where I would go to a friend's house to sleep over, and I would get really homesick and want to go home, and sometimes I would call my parents to come pick me up, or sometimes I would just tough it out but be like just really sad or longing for my parents. And I can recall a time when I was in New York where all my family lives, and one of my parents' friends passed away, and so they ended up coming back to Ohio and driving the 8 hours back to our hometown to go to the funeral. And I decided, and they decided with my aunt and uncle, that I was going to stay there. And I thought it was going to be so fun because these two cousins that we always stay with are my best friends, and we always had so much fun together. So I was really excited, and then the whole time I was just so homesick, and I would ask to call my parents 24/7, and this is before like cell phones and everything, so I probably was too young to have a cell phone anyways. And I just remember being so sad and like crying, just having this pit in my stomach and just being so homesick. And I ended up, the night that my parents were coming back to get me, I asked my aunt and uncle to take me to my grandmother's, and I just slept on my grandmother's couch until my parents came and got me. But anyways, the reason I say all this is because there are times when I feel like I get the same homesickness and that same feeling. I can only really call it homesickness. Like I just feel homesick, or it's like I don't feel lonely. Like I know I'm not alone and I'm comfortable in the moment, but I also just feel so, I don't know, out of touch or out of my element and just like not fully comfortable. Yesterday I felt that way when I was driving back home. So I had like an 1.5-hour drive, and I just felt like that, but I also felt so at peace and so happy deep down. And I was listening to a really good podcast, and I tried really hard not to like call a friend or call my mom or call my boyfriend, and just be okay with feeling that way and kind of sink into that feeling. rather than leaning on someone. I wanted to kind of feel the emotions and kind of understand more of why I was feeling that way. But anyways, so I last night I went out with some friends. We made a reel and we danced. It was fun. And then today, I have all this free time and all this alone time, and not having my life kind of scheduled out or not really knowing what to do with myself sometimes gets really uncomfortable. And I feel like this homesickness. It's just kind of getting more comfortable and in tune with probably like my soul, and trusting more of my intuition and my gut. But I wanted to share this with you. If, maybe I'm the only person in the world that ever gets like this weird homesickness or this weird just kind of loneliness, even though we know we're not alone, or just feels kind of like in their feels and doesn't really understand why. If you ever feel that way, you're not the only ones. So I'm just gonna take you with me on my day. So today, some coffee, watch TV, and then I started listening to a podcast, The Balanced Blonde, Soul on Fire. And then I decided to make myself some oatmeal or something to eat since I hadn't really eaten much today. So I made some oatmeal with hemp seeds and some walnuts, chia seeds, and peanut butter and frozen berries. And then I did some yoga. I did the yoga with Adrienne, one of the yoga practices for anxiety. I just focused a lot on breath work, and now I think I'm going to take a shower while I listen to my podcast or listen to some calming music. And then I'm going to clean up my room a little bit and kind of see where the day takes me. I live on the first floor, so opening the windows isn't always ideal for me, but I just kind of cracked them a little bit to get some natural light and open the blinds a little bit. Turn on some light the light looks a little funny in this, but just kind of turned on some light to get some good energy and good vibes in this room to kind of brighten up my day a little bit. Okay, I just showered, put some whitening strips in. I'm just cleaning up a little bit. I'm gonna dust and vacuum, just clean up my space a little so I feel a little bit more refreshed. Things were overflowing in my closet, so I decided just to take it down out of my closet and just clean it out a little bit. This happened. So now I'm going through some things that I have this box of like memories, and I have lots of pictures in there and postcards. I think this one was from Hong Kong when I went to Hong Kong. This is literally my grandmother's. This had holy water in it at one point, and she gave it to my family, and I still have it. That's in my memory box. There's this photo of my dad and I, which I love. And I went to the Guinness factory in Ireland. I'm sure that a lot of people have boxes like this, but I was looking for something specific and kind of got in a wormhole. This is a magazine that I was in college. Green Beer Day at OU. My cousin wrote me a letter to come see Ohio when she was younger. I also found this book, which has been super influential in my life, and I knew I had it, but I pulled it back out. I have a weird relationship with money, so I'm gonna just maybe write some things down in there, but I threw away a lot of things that are no longer serving me. That's been a healing process. Reading these journals has been super weirdly therapeutic. Still have pointing strips in, so that's why I'm lisping. How does she act like she has it all together? When inside, she's a scattered puzzle missing few pieces. She's quiet, but in her mind, she's rambling. When faced with an open field, her ideas are running wild. But when presented with a question, she's scared and shy like a child. That's the only thing written in this journal here. I don't know who I was talking about. I don't know what I was thinking at the moment or how I was feeling, but clearly I was deep in my field. I'm obsessed with journals that have maps on them. I love maps. I love any type of map or journal. My planner is literally a map. I have a problem. So I just felt super called to journal. I also have this like orb of light beaming in my face. I've just been having thoughts and trying to make sense of my thoughts in my head and explain things to myself in my head, but I feel like it will start to become more clear and the weight will come off of me a little bit if I just journal out some things. And so I'm gonna set a timer on my phone for like 5 minutes. I'm hoping that that will just help me kind of get out of my head a little bit. Here's another one of my journals that's a map. Actually, my friend Riley gave this to me. So Riley, if you're watching this, thank you. This is a beautiful journal. I still have it. So I just went to Trader Joe's, did a little grocery shopping. I spent a lot more than I expected I was gonna spend, but I also bought like all fruits and vegetables. So I'm gonna go home. First, I have to pick up, I wanted to try this new taco place here for dinner. I just didn't feel like making dinner and it's the end of the weekend, so I'm gonna take myself on a little home date. I'm gonna go pick up the food, then watch TV and have some wine with my food. Oh boy. So I definitely got a lot from Trader Joe's, but I think it's all stuff that I can eat in this week, and if not, I can freeze it, so I will show you everything. So I've been really working towards eating a lot more fruits and vegetables in my day and not really taking anything out, but just being more aware of what I put into my body and making sure that fruits and vegetables are a good portion of that. But this is everything I got. So I'll kind of go down the line here. Love this hummus. Got some spinach. I can use that for smoothies or salads. Kale I can put in smoothies or salads. Have to always get lots of bananas. Rice, they didn't have the brown rice that I wanted, but I figured I'd just get some sort of rice. Got some avocados, some mangoes in here for my fruit bowls. Love these. I just wanted that for like dessert one night. I've been loving these. Quinoa, sweet potato, kale, and then this really yummy sauce. So love those. I've been seeing people use these in their smoothies and smoothie bowls, so got this to try and make one of those. Always get at least one of these. I love them so much. Good for immunity. I got 2 of these, but I drank half of one. The coconut smoothies to put in my fruit bowls. And then a bunch of berries. So I've been eating like a lot of berries in the morning. And then I got a dragon fruit, which I have not seen dragon fruit at Trader Joe's before. So I'm gonna use that. And then I got papaya, which I'm really excited about because I haven't been able to find papaya, and it is a superfood. So I'm gonna put the papaya in my fruit bowl. Okay, and that's it. So I picked up tacos for dinner because I didn't feel like making food for dinner. And then I watched a little bit of Firefly Lane, which is a new show I've been watching on Netflix. I just got into bed. I may or may not watch some more. And I'm also reading, I just started reading Untamed by Glennon Doyle. And this is actually kind of crazy because Glennon Doyle is someone that I have followed for a long time. I've listened to endless podcasts with her on it. I've watched so many videos about her, and I feel like I've already read the book because I've heard the storyline from so many different areas, and I just love her. And I follow both her and her wife Abby on social media, but I'm finally sitting down to read the book, and I'm excited to read it and soak it all in. I feel like I've already read it, even though I haven't. So I also did break down and call my mom today. What I mean by breakdown is I was trying really hard to not lean on anyone emotionally for the way I was feeling today. I was really trying to feel it, be comfortable with that, just sit with myself a little bit. I ended up calling my mom because I was just feeling weird, and she was walking into the grocery store, so I was like, okay, that's fine. But she called me back. This is what I love about my mom. Sometimes she calls me after I have like explained something to her, and I think she like sits with it and thinks about it and really lets it sink in, and she calls me back with a solution. I feel like I can't get a good angle, or I don't know, but she'll sit with the information and call me back with like a solution or some sort of advice. She's like, so I was thinking you should do this, and I just think it's so sweet. She's such a good human. Just had such insightful advice, and we talked about like manifestation and mindset and how to get into just a better frame of mind about certain things, and there's abundance that's meant for us, and we just have to manifest it and believe that we are made for it, that we deserve it. It was actually nice to hear that from her and feel that sort of affirmation. But lit a candle, just got into bed. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've gotten to the end, I really appreciate you all being here. If you like this video, please like down below. Also, would love to hear how you self-soothe and how you self-heal down in the comments below as well. If you like this video and you want to see more, make sure to hit subscribe down below and click the notification bell so that you can get notified every time I post a new video. See you again soon.